Okay, so I found one of the coolest things ever in Stalker 2, and I just wanted to talk about it and share it for a minute. So there's a guitar in this game that you can play, and it's so cool how they did this, and you can actually play it. Like you can actually play the notes, and you can change notes, and depending on how you hit the mouse, you can do upstrokes and downstrokes, which is really cool. It also works with a controller. It's a little different, but I'll show that too. But let me show you where to find it first. It's here in the lesser zone. Up here in Zalicia, it's basically the main area that you'll come to, but right there where the bed and stuff is, that's where you go. This is what the place looks like. You walk in here, we'll put the light on, and you go into where the stash box is here, and then there's your bed. Right here will be the guitar. It'll be laying on this bed right here. It's not there for me because I already picked it up, but that's where it'll be. But once you pick up the guitar, let's go outside where there's some light. We'll run out of the town here a little bit just so there's no outside noises. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and I'm so happy that this game has it. Okay, this looks like a good spot. All right, so on keyboard here, if you hold tab in, you can see if you press G down at the bottom, it'll bring up your guitar. And if you're on a controller, you hold in left button, and you hold in your right stick and it'll bring it up. All right, so let's pull out the guitar here. And this is so cool to me. Oh, I'm sitting in a bush. Okay, so right there you can see to the right where the notes that you can play will appear. If you hit tab, it will switch the notes. When you move your mouse around, you can kind of hit whichever note you want whenever you want it. But what's really cool to me is if you click the right button, it's an upstroke. Left button, downstroke. And it just reacts to whenever you press it. That's when it picks. All right, so you can kind of pick however you want, like alternate picking. Well, it's really like strumming more than alternate picking, but you get it. Or you could just, hammer down on it. Downstrokes. But you could play, a song this way, and it's so cool to me because as a person that enjoys playing guitar, this brings another aspect of my real life into the game. And if I was actually in this post-apocalyptic world, I would probably want a guitar, just to sit down and kind of forget my troubles if I could for a little bit and play. And also on the keyboard when you're sitting here, since this is controlling your the notes, if you hit the WASD, that will also let you look around, so you don't have to stare right down at the guitar all the time. But I think it's so cool how the hand works too. Like when you switch notes, you can see the fingers changing. It's such a cool detail, and we'll switch over to the other one. And it looks like it's shredding right now. But it's just, I don't know, it blew my mind, and it made me love this game even more. Oh. Now, if you use the controller, it's a little different, but it's still pretty usable. So we'll pull out the guitar with the controller here. Oh, I'm sitting in a bush again. Okay, so obviously, you use your left stick to switch the notes. Now this one, you press down on the right stick for a downstroke, up for upstroke. You get it. And you can see with the controller, it's a little different, but it's basically the same thing. It's a little more awkward, but it's still really cool that you can do this. It just took the game from already being cool to, like, I love it now. I don't know why, but little stuff like this, like, it was so much work that they put into it, and they didn't have to. And I have wasted a lot of time just playing the guitar in this game. I don't know why. I find it's just so fun to just wherever I'm at, I can just stop and play. I don't know where he's keeping that guitar, but I'm glad he takes it with him everywhere he goes. And if you watch this video, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and maybe I'll see you around on the internet again someday. Later.